So you think you found it. After hours and hours of searching, there it is, your perfect slice of raw land. But before you get too excited, there is one hidden deal breaker that can turn that dream into a total nightmare, and that's what we're going to talk about today. You can already picture it, right? The location's just right. The views are incredible. You're ready to put in that offer and get started on your new life. But hold on. Seriously, stop. Before you sign a single piece of paper, there is one question that is way more important than zoning, more crucial than soil quality, and that question is all about water. That's right, water. Because without legal, physical access to it, that gorgeous piece of property could be, well, pretty much useless. It's the absolute lifeblood of your land, and figuring out the details is not optional. And here's the thing that trips up so many buyers. Just because you own the land doesn't automatically mean you own the water running through it or underneath it. Water rights are a totally separate legal issue. Think of them like a permission slip to use that water.
Okay, so this is where things can get a little complicated. The rules about who gets to use the water change, sometimes dramatically, depending on where in the country you're buying. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal.
Basically, the U.S. is split into two very different systems. Over in the wetter eastern states, you usually have what's called riparian rights. It's pretty simple. If your land touches the water, you get to use a reasonable amount of it. But head out west, and it is a whole different ballgame. They use a system called prior appropriation, which is basically first come, first served. Someone whose family claimed water rights 100 years ago gets their water before you do. That means that beautiful river flowing across your property, yeah, you might not be legally allowed to touch a drop of it. All right, you're probably thinking, no big deal, I'll just drill a well. Sounds simple enough, right? But the reality of getting to that groundwater is way more complex and expensive than most people ever imagine. So, you think a well is the easy fix? Let's just say the price tag might make you think twice. $15,000. And listen, that is often just the starting point. It's a huge, often unbudgeted cost that can completely sink your land buying dream before you even get started. So why so expensive? Well, you're not just paying for a hole in the ground. You've got to deal with permits from local agencies for starters. Then there's the geology. If you're on rocky terrain, the cost goes up. The deeper they have to drill to find water, the more you pay. And after all that, you still have to test for water quality and budget for the ongoing maintenance for pumps and filtration systems. It all adds up, and fast. Okay, so what about that perfect riverfront property? You know, the dream of having a beautiful river right on your land. It's a powerful vision for sure, but the reality? It comes with its own unique set of headaches. First off, the risk of flooding is very real. You absolutely have to check the official FEMA maps. Second, if that river is considered navigable, it means the public might have the right to boat and fish on it, which could kind of ruin your whole privacy thing. On top of that, zoning laws are probably going to restrict how close you can even build to the water's edge. And federal laws like the Clean Water Act mean you can't just go changing the river's path. Okay, so with all these potential landmines, how in the world do you protect yourself? You do your homework. This is called the due diligence phase, and it's where you can save yourself from a world of financial pain and regret. So here's your 5-step action plan. 1. Read the title and deed very carefully, looking for any mention of water rights. 2. Get in touch with your state's water agency. They're the official record keepers. 3. And I cannot stress this enough, hire professionals. A good water rights attorney could save you from making a catastrophic mistake. 4. Get those environmental reports to check for any contamination. And finally, number 5, build a serious just-in-case fund into your budget, because when it comes to water, you should always expect the unexpected. When it comes right down to it, it all boils down to this. Water isn't just another utility you can hook up later. When you're buying raw land, water is absolutely everything. It dictates what you can build, what you can grow, and ultimately the real value of your entire investment. So before you sign that contract, you have to ask yourself, is my dream built on a solid foundation of secure water rights, or am I about to pour my life savings into a dry well? The answer to that one question will make all the difference.